This conversation is powered by Google Illuminate. Check out illuminate.google.com for more. Welcome to this discussion. Today we'll be delving into the archive paper, Unveiling the Secrets, How Masking Strategies Shape Time Series Imputation. This paper investigates the often overlooked impact of masking strategies on the evaluation of time series imputation models. What are the key methodological shortcomings the authors identify in current time series imputation research?
The core issue is the widespread reliance on simplistic random masking techniques in evaluating deep learning models for time series imputation. While convenient, random masking primarily generates missing completely at random MCAR data, which doesn't reflect the complex, often non-random MNAR missingness patterns prevalent in real-world datasets, particularly in domains like biomedicine. This mismatch between evaluation methodology and real-world data significantly undermines the robustness and generalizability of the evaluated models.
The paper highlights the discrepancy between the types of missingness that models are designed to handle and the types of missingness used in their evaluation. Can you elaborate on this point?
Absolutely. Many advanced imputation models are explicitly designed to address various missingness mechanisms: MTR, missing at random, MAR, and MNAR. However, the vast majority of published evaluations use random masking, effectively only testing the model's performance under MCR conditions. This creates a false sense of robustness, as the model's performance on more realistic MNAR scenarios remains largely unexplored and unvalidated.
The paper explores several factors beyond the simple random masking approach. What are some of the other crucial design choices that influence the results?
Beyond the type of masking, the timing of masking is critical. Pre-masking, where missing data is introduced before training, offers simplicity but limits the model's exposure to the full range of data patterns. In mini-batch masking, where missingness is introduced dynamically during training, offers a more realistic simulation but risks overfitting to the artificially introduced patterns. Furthermore, the timing of data normalization, before or after masking, also impacts the results.
The paper mentions two approaches to implementing masking: augmentation and overlaying. What's the difference, and how does this choice affect the evaluation?
Augmentation adds artificial missingness to the observed data points, leaving the originally missing data untouched. This simulates adding more missing data to an already incomplete data set. Overlaying, on the other hand, applies artificial missingness to the entire dataset, potentially overlapping with existing missing data. Overlaying creates a more comprehensive test, but increases the risk of overfitting and complicates the evaluation process. The choice between these methods significantly impacts the model's ability to generalize to real-world scenarios.
The authors used 3 diverse data sets in their experiments. Why was this choice important, and what were the key findings across these data sets?
Using diverse data sets, Beijing Air Quality, PhysioNet 2012, and ETTM1 was crucial to assess the generalizability of the findings. The results showed that different models performed best under different conditions. There wasn't a single best model or masking strategy across all data sets. The optimal approach depended heavily on the specific characteristics of the data, for example, temporal dependencies, dimensionality, missingness patterns. This highlights the need for tailored experimental designs.
The paper concludes by emphasizing the need for more sophisticated and data-driven masking strategies. What are the practical implications of this for researchers in the field?
The key takeaway is that researchers need to move beyond simplistic random masking. They should carefully consider the type of missingness in their target application, choose appropriate masking strategies, augmentation or overlaying, and consider the timing of both masking and normalization. Furthermore, transparent reporting of these methodological choices is crucial for reproducibility and accurate comparison of different imputation models. Standardized tools like PyPOTS can greatly facilitate this process.
The paper also investigated the impact of varying missing data rates, 5%, 10%, 20%. What were the key observations regarding the influence of the missing rate on model performance?
As expected, increasing the missing data rate generally decreased the performance of most models. However, some models showed more robustness than others to higher missing rates. This highlights the importance of evaluating models under a range of missingness levels to understand their limitations. The naive imputation methods, median LOCF, were particularly sensitive to higher missing rates, further emphasizing the need for more sophisticated techniques.
The authors evaluated several state-of-the-art deep learning models alongside simpler baseline methods. What were some of the key differences in performance observed between these different model types?
The state-of-the-art deep learning models, SATES, BRITS, TimesNet, CSDI, etc., generally outperformed the naive baseline methods, mean, median, LOCF, demonstrating the advantage of more sophisticated approaches. However, even among the advanced models, performance varied significantly depending on the dataset and the masking strategy employed. Some models, like SATES, excelled in specific scenarios but didn't generalize as well across all datasets. Others, like BRITS, showed more consistent robustness across different conditions.
The paper mentions the use of PYPOTS. What role did this tool play in the research, and how could it benefit the broader research community?
PYPOTS provided a unified interface for implementing various masking strategies, ensuring standardization and reproducibility across the experiments. Its availability makes it easier for researchers to replicate the study and to conduct their own experiments with different models and datasets using consistent masking procedures. The standardization is crucial for making meaningful comparisons between different imputation methods.
The paper's analysis included a breakdown of results by dataset, algorithm, and settings. Can you summarize the key insights gained from each of these perspectives?
The analysis by dataset revealed that the optimal model and masking strategy varied significantly depending on the data characteristics. The analysis by algorithm highlighted the strengths and weaknesses of different models in handling various missingness patterns and data complexities. Finally, the analysis by settings, augmentation versus overlaying, pre-masking versus mini-batch masking, normalization timing, showed that these choices had a substantial impact on model performance, often interacting in complex ways.
The paper emphasizes the importance of aligning experimental designs with real-world conditions. How can researchers better achieve this alignment in their future work?
Researchers should strive to use masking strategies that realistically reflect the missingness patterns in their target datasets. This might involve incorporating domain knowledge to design more sophisticated masking schemes rather than relying solely on random masking. They should also carefully consider the implications of different masking timings and normalization procedures and transparently report these choices in their publications.
What are some of the limitations of the current study, and what avenues for future research do you see emerging from this work?
One limitation is the specific set of models and datasets used. Future research could expand this scope to include a wider range of models and datasets, representing a broader spectrum of data characteristics and missingness patterns. Another area for future work is the development of more sophisticated, data-driven masking strategies that automatically adapt to the specific characteristics of each dataset. This could involve using machine learning techniques to learn optimal masking patterns from the data itself.
This has been a very insightful discussion. Thank you for sharing your expertise on this important topic.